What if the crushing weight of judgment vanished, leaving only your true self? Imagine living without the constant need for external approval, a life defined by your own values, not others' opinions. For centuries, we've been tethered to the whispers of what others might think. This need for validation becomes a silent cage, limiting our potential and muffling our unique voice, preventing genuine self-expression. But what if true freedom lies not in changing others' minds, but in changing your own perception? The answer has echoed through history, whispered by the greatest thinkers. Stoicism offers a revolutionary path. Stoicism teaches us to distinguish what we can control from what we cannot. Our own thoughts, judgments, and actions are within our power. The opinions and reactions of others are entirely beyond our influence. Caring too much about external validation leaves us vulnerable, like a ship without an anchor. We drift at the mercy of every passing tide of public opinion, unable to steer our own course confidently. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, often contemplated how fleeting fame and the judgment of others truly are. He reminded himself that those who praise us today may condemn us tomorrow, making their opinions unreliable guides. He would write in his Citations, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This is the core. Our inner world dictates our experience, not the external noise of popular opinion. When we cease this desperate pursuit of approval, a profound mental clarity emerges. The constant background hum of anxiety fades, replaced by a stillness that allows us to think, to truly assess our life. This inner peace isn't about apathy. It's about strategic detachment. It means understanding that other people's opinions are just that. Their opinions, shaped by their own experiences, biases, and internal landscapes. Consider Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, who wrote extensively on the corrosive nature of seeking applause. He believed that true satisfaction comes from self-mastery and living virtuously, not from the fleeting cheers of the crowd. He argued that we are often enslaved by the mob, our own desire to please others, which prevents us from listening to our inner rational voice. This dependency on external opinion weakens our character and resolve. When you stop caring what others think, you unlock the courage to live authentically. This means aligning your actions with your deepest values, even when they differ from the prevailing norms or expectations. Authenticity isn't about being perfect, it's about being real. It's showing up as yourself, flaws and all, with the quiet confidence that your worth doesn't depend on external approval or critique. This liberation from needing external validation fuels resilience. When your self-worth is internally derived, setbacks and criticisms sting less, allowing you to recover faster and rebound with greater strength. Ancient Stoic practices can equip you with tools to silence self-doubt. One powerful technique is the view from above, encouraging you to see your current concerns from a cosmic, objective perspective. When you zoom out, the trivialities that cause anxiety, a perceived slight, a critical comment, the fear of not measuring up, shrink dramatically. They become dust motes in a vast universe. Epictetus, a former slave-turned-Stoic master, emphasized internal freedom. He taught that no one can truly enslave you unless you surrender your consent to their judgment concerning your own mind. He urged us to focus on our own volitions, our desires, principles, and intentions. By mastering these internal states, we cultivate an unwavering inner citadel that external opinions cannot breach. This transformation begins with a conscious decision to redirect your energy from managing perceptions to cultivating your own character. It's about becoming the author of your life story, not a character in someone else's. Imagine the sheer efficiency gained when you stop second-guessing every outfit, every word, every decision based on potential judgment. That mental bandwidth is freed up for creation, for connection, for genuine living. This process cultivates unwavering inner peace. It's not the absence of challenges, but the inner resilience to face them without the paralyzing fear of failing to meet external expectations. The Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils, helps here. By contemplating potential negative outcomes, you reduce their shock value and prepare yourself mentally for any eventuality. However, this isn't about dwelling on negativity. It's about recognizing what's outside your control and deciding that their hypothetical occurrence will not shatter your inner composure or ruin your spirit. Learning to accept what is, without resistance, is a cornerstone of Stoic wisdom. It means freeing yourself from the constant battle against reality, including the reality of other people's independent thoughts. When you stop desperately seeking external praise, you naturally develop a stronger sense of self-trust. Your actions become guided by your internal compass, leading to more principled and purposeful decisions. True freedom begins the moment you stop needing others' approval. It's a liberation from the internal prison built by fear and insecurity, allowing your authentic self to flourish and express fully. When you're not constantly curating an image for others, you become free to explore new ideas, take creative risks, and pursue passions that might seem unconventional or out of step with societal trends. This journey requires practice. It's like building a muscle. The more you resist the urge to seek external validation, the stronger your inner self-reliance becomes. Stoicism doesn't aim to shield you from life's difficulties, but to equip you with the inner fortitude to meet them, unswayed by the fear of what others might think of your struggles. This self-possession allows a more genuine engagement with others. Instead of performing for approval, you can offer your true self, fostering deeper, more honest connections based on mutual respect and authenticity. The Stoics understood that living by your own principles, rather than the fickle whims of public opinion, leads to a life of purpose and integrity, deeply satisfying and richly lived. The pursuit of external validation breeds discontent. It's like drinking salt water. The more you consume, the thirstier you become, perpetually unsatisfied and chasing an illusion of worth. When you let go of seeking praise, you also let go of the fear of criticism. Criticism then becomes mere feedback, not a judgment on your inherent worth, allowing for growth without defensiveness. The Stoic philosophy isn't about suppressing emotion, but about mastering it. It's about feeling emotions without letting them dictate your actions or your sense of self-worth based on external reactions. Epictetus famously stated, "People are not disturbed by things, but by the views which they take of them. This is the essence. Your interpretation, not the event itself, causes distress." When you adopt this Stoic viewpoint, the opinions of others transform from powerful weapons to mere ideas. You can choose to engage with them, dismiss them, or learn from them without letting them define you. This leads to a profound sense of empowerment. You realize that your true worth and security stem from within, from your character and your actions, not from the often unpredictable approval of the outside world. The Stoic practice of journaling, or writing down your thoughts and examining your judgments, is a direct antidote to the confusion caused by external noise. It helps clarify your own values and reasoning. By regularly reviewing your thoughts and actions, you catch yourself succumbing to the need for external validation and gently redirect your focus back to your internal standards of virtue and excellence. The desire for praise often stems from a fear of deficiency. When you address this core fear by reinforcing your own internal value, the need for external validation naturally diminishes. The Stoic wisdom is not about being emotionless, but about rational emotional response. It's about feeling anger or sadness without letting it consume you and drive you to seek validation through aggression or self-pity. When you stop caring what others think, you empower yourself to pursue your own definition of success. It might not align with societal metrics, but it will resonate deeply with your inner convictions. The constant stress of managing others' perceptions is exhausting. Releasing this burden allows your energy to flow towards what truly matters: personal growth, meaningful relationships, and contributing positively to the world. You start to experience a profound sense of freedom, the freedom to be wrong, to fail, to be imperfect, to simply exist without requiring the world's validation for your right to do so. When you stop caring about others' opinions, you become less susceptible to manipulation. Your decisions are guided by reason and your own values, not by fear-mongering or the desire to conform. The Stoic Seneca advised, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." By releasing the need for approval, you reduce the power of these imagined fears and insecurities. When you accept that you cannot please everyone, you become free to prioritize genuine connections with the people who truly matter and who accept you for who you are. Consider the wisdom of Socrates, who, despite facing condemnation, remained true to his philosophical principles. He valued truth and self-knowledge above the opinions of those who eventually sentenced him. He demonstrated that true integrity lies in living according to one's own reasoned beliefs, regardless of the external consequences or the approval of the masses. The practice of amor fati, loving your fate, is pivotal. It means embracing all of life, the good and the bad, as necessary components of your journey, rather than wishing for a different reality. By accepting your life and circumstances, you free yourself from the constant struggle against what is. This acceptance extends to recognizing that other people's views are simply part of the mosaic of life. When you stop caring what others think, you cultivate deep self-reliance. Your well-being is no longer a fragile structure dependent on external scaffolding, but a solid foundation built from within. This inner strength allows you to be more present in your own life rather than constantly performing for an imagined audience. Your focus shifts from "how do I appear?" to "how can I be?" The Stoics taught indifference towards externals, not emotional apathy, but a rational understanding that external things, including wealth, reputation, and others' opinions, have no bearing on our true character or happiness. By embracing this rational indifference to externalities, we anchor our happiness internally. Our true wealth is our character, our virtue, and our capacity for rational thought and action. When you stop caring what other people think, you finally get to live your life, defined by your values and your unique gifts, rather than a borrowed script written by societal expectations. It's the ultimate form of self-respect. To honor your own thoughts, your own decisions, and your own journey. Understanding that external validation is a fleeting echo, not the source of true worth. The Stoic philosophers didn't offer a path to perfection, but a framework for a deeply resilient and principled life. A life where your inner peace isn't hostage to external circumstances or whims. It's about cultivating an unshakable inner core, a quiet certainty that allows you to navigate life's complexities with grace, courage, and an enduring sense of self-possession. The greatest Stoic gift is this: the realization that your worth is inherent, immutable, and available to you right now. You don't need permission or validation from anyone else to be enough. True freedom is found when you stop caring what other people think. What is one small step you can take today to live more authentically, free from the chains of external approval? Be sure to subscribe to this channel for more Stoic wisdom.